Your boy, former NFL player. I wonder if he hates fucking being referred to as that. Yeah. Former NFL player, Arian Foster.
Yeah, it's crazy because like we usually give the government name,
right?
But
his government name is a star name.
Known. Yeah, that's
a celebrity name.
So we're gonna give you his rap name,
right?
Bobby Feeno.
Bobby Feeno. Arian Foster is a well-known NFL player. Yeah. Going by his stage name. From East Texas, going by his stage name Bobby Feeno for his new album Flamingo Koval. This is his first time rapping on wax.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
on this level.
His first time rapping.
Well, I'm gonna give you a little bit of backstory too in a minute. Okay. A lot of people, if y'all don't know too, he's got a podcast out. He's been kind of making his rounds. He hasn't just fell to the sidelines after football. He's out here like actively trying to
making moves.
He's doing whatever he wants to do at this point. You know what I'm saying? So I got to commend him on that, man. But this is your first time listening to Bobby Feeno, man. What were your expectations?
I think I actually heard him do a freestyle somewhere or rap and say some bars somewhere, like on the interview or somewhere. I think I did, but if not, this is my first time. If not, but I think I have. I swear. But either way, I was very impressed. Boy got bars and very well put together. I mean, beats were very well picked.
Right.
You know.
Would you let's roll back a little bit. The album is called Flamingo Koval. What does that mean to you?
I have no idea.
All right. So
honestly,
Reefer doesn't know everything about Tupac that he should know. Oh, this is actually the street names where Tupac was killed.
You know what? My brother would be very disappointed because we've talked about that plenty of occasions. But yeah,
right.
That's over there in Vegas,
right?
Okay.
So the only reason I know that is because
you researched it.
No, I didn't research. What happened was, I got titled. We got Tidal, and there's actually a little documentary series on Tidal. It's about 8 videos, and they're about 6 minutes a piece.
Yeah.
So I watched them on Saturday before I went to go watch the Infinity War, and I sat there and I watched them all, and it's actually pretty interesting because it was the making of Bobby Feeno.
Okay.
So you got to see a little bit. Another thing too about that cover is there's 2 hearts there. The heart is this is meant to be where the heart is supposed to be, but as you can see, it's not really happy there.
Yeah.
But outside is where it's happy at, and it's because it's kind of like a play on he's where everybody wants him to be at is not where he's as happy as is. This is where outside of that is where he's happy. So he's basically kind of painting the picture of you that where his heart is outside of that, and he wants to he just has a freer thinking, freer mind about things. He doesn't want to be contained to a box. Everybody wants him to be in, that's why I stated it off like former NFL running back. You know what I'm saying? How long do you give somebody that title?
Yeah.
Right? Because that's what's kind of helping him right now in his other adventures. But as far as after that, when do you when do you let that go and you just know him as for who he is, not as the former NFL running back?
Oh, that's where Bobby Feeno comes in.
Right.
Where it's another name for himself away from Arian Foster, who is NFL star.
Right.
Where you say, hey, you heard Bobby Feeno? And if you only know as Bobby Feeno and you've heard him and not necessarily seen him, then you're going to think of him as an artist and not former NFL player Arian Foster.
Right.
So that's one way to be doing it, like not coming out as Arian Foster, and I mean that's brilliant. I mean that's good for him because I mean he probably wants to shake that. He doesn't want to just be known for the rest of his life as a former NFL player. It's like that was just a part of my life,
right.
And he's like, and he got out way earlier than most people thought he should have, and he did it because he didn't want to just be stuck and be. He said he didn't want to get the injuries, he didn't want to end up with brain damage from being hit so much.
Right.
I mean, he can't knock him for that. He actually did what most people don't have the guts to do, is to walk away.
Right. Well, as far as him being a rapper, I know a lot of people probably think, oh, not another sports player trying to become a rapper. But when watching his series on Tidal, I realized that this was like one of his first passion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like football was like a second passion.
I think I swear I heard him on an interview on something Breakfast Club or one of those podcasters shows, and he was what you just said. I swear I heard him saying that because they were talking to him about this him rapping. It wasn't necessarily the name. I don't think he had that name out, or I didn't know of the name. They were just talking about that he rap. We heard you dabble in rap and blah blah, and so he spit a few things. I'm like, oh, that ain't bad. That's pretty nice, and he had explained that that was one of his first passions. That NFL is just something that got him kind of in the door to be able to pursue his passion now.
Right. What do you think about the production on that?
It's a good production. I mean, I was very impressed with, just for being his first album, with how well put together it was. He had some good beats for him. He also had the bars. I mean, he spoke about shit happening in the rap game, kind of. Pretty much him saying, he's making some bold statements, in there. Right.
I can tell you one thing about his production that you may not have known. He used a lot of live instrumentation in there.
Yeah?
Yeah. He played a lot of that shit live.
A lot of it live?
You could hear it too.
You could hear it, in
it sounds different.
When it's just playing by itself as well.
Right.
When you have those moments when it's just the
guitar riff.
Yeah, exactly. Or when the song's done and it's just music playing, fading it out, you hear it.
Right.
You can really hear it. Yeah, definitely hear it in there. I had it in my headphones, so you could just tell that it sounded like that. But I didn't know. I mean, you never know, because they make electronic shit put together sound so well now. So
right.
So you never know. So I didn't think nothing of it, but by you saying it, it makes perfect sense.
What do you think about these? I mean, you would kind of get into the lyrics a little bit.
I think
they were pretty impressive, though.
God went hard as fuck. Like how he was putting shit together on there. Yeah, the way his wordplay.
All right.
Zeus Blood.
I like the intro. I like the watermelon sunrise. I like the I Still Love Her, which is another ode to hip hop. Lips, Got It. Peace.
Yeah.
The most interesting thing to me though was the track Amen. Yeah.
Split.
Yeah, because he's somewhat of an atheist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just from like listening to some of his podcast stuff, I know he's like somewhat of an atheist. So it was interesting, just to kind of see him speak on that, from his point of view or whatever. I thought it was a pretty good album, man, for his first time, man.
And that's the thing, for it being that good. If I hadn't already had heard that he had came out, or that he had that it was his first passion, music, rapping, I could hear it, knowing that this was his first one. You can tell that this didn't just happen.
No, like he cares about music.
He cares about music. There was a lot of detail into putting it together. Like he was, it was well thought out,
right,
and well put together.
It still sounds like some of it kind of reminds me of Logic a little bit, but then some of it is a little more unique to him, and then it's a lot of jazz influence, kind of lo-fi hip hop kind of thing. It doesn't sound that sound that big though. It does sound like, you know, kind of like reserved. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Does that make sense?
You're saying that we have... I can see what you're saying. That we haven't got, like, basically, like, what his full potential is. Like, this is kind of like scratching the surface.
Yeah, I kind of feel like he's playing it safe a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's reserved. I feel you. It's like, I'm going to give you this. I know y'all can vibe to this, but let me hold back a little.
Yeah, I feel like he was kind of holding back a little bit. Like, he probably wanted to expand a little bit further, but...
It feels like it because as well as he had everything put together, I know he's not a new artist, so I know he definitely has talent behind it and skill. It's something that he hasn't lost, and that he put in the back burner when he was even in the NFL. I'm sure he kept going.
Right.
You know, he's done this at all times, and by that being said, Jesus Christ, that being said, I know that he's versatile. He's definitely gonna be able to show some strength on the mic and things that he can do. I'm sure that we ain't seen like at all what he can do yet.
Right.
Like, this was kind of it seemed like more of like a laid back. I'm an adult, just kind of air it out, like putting some things out there to where it's like explaining his beginning, pretty much, of being into the rap game now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
What you give us on a scale of 1 to 10?
Scale of 1 to 10. I was impressed by it. I gave it a 9.
9.
Yeah, I gave it a 9 because
it's strong, man.
It was very strong. It was strong. To me, it was impressive because I knew he had that background, like with the music, because hearing that interview, but I did not expect that. Like, not at all. I was kind of expecting something that was like, you know, kind of, it was like, okay, it's okay, it's good, but I was impressed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It wasn't something I was like, yeah, it's good. It impressed me. Like,
that's kind of the narrative around his album, because I gave it 8.5. Mm-hmm. The narrative around it is everybody's expectations were exceeded.
No,
because they just heard something they weren't expecting to hear from him.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it does sound like, you know, like he really does care about the music. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
You could tell when like some people are just like, when we was listening to who's the fucking guy, Lonzo Ball. Okay, like you could tell
about
he was
brand.
Yeah, it's about brand. It's about making money.
It's about making money.
There's like no real musical like love in there. You know what I'm saying?
He dabbled with making like music with friends, possibly just fucked around. Maybe they freestyle, just playing around and stuff.
No passion.
So it's like it was more of a hobby.
Right.
Where this is more like
this, you can tell it's like a passion.
Love.
Yeah, like you can tell he
passion.
Actually likes making music.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So shout out to Bobby Feeno.
Shout out to him because I was a fan of him when he was a football player, and I'm definitely a fan of him as an artist. So.